Hello, Plannerettes. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to today's Plan With Me live session. I hope you are doing well. I've got my personal size planner ready to go, and I'm going to embellish my daily planner pages with color, stickers, and stamps, while also adding my known events and tasks for the week. And of course, along the way, we'll have a lovely chat. So if you are here with me in the live chat, make sure you say hello. And of course, if you are watching on replay, I also love seeing your comments in the comments section. So make sure, let's keep the engagement up. Let's have some great chat. So if you do, we're going to have a casual chat as I embellish and plan. So if you do have any questions, suggestions, comments, anything, make sure to, contribute. Anything about planning, self-care, habit tracking, or anything else that's on your mind, let us know. Share it in the chat. So let's get cozy. Grab your coffee. I've got mine. And then let us plan together. Let's go. Okay. Let's see who's here in the chat. Hello, Cindy. Nice to see you. Plannerettes Assemble. Thank you so much for joining. Happy to be here. Hello, Brenda. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. And for those of you that may be new here, my plannerettes, that's what we call ourselves here in this lovely little community of mine. We are very warm, welcoming. You will find that you will get support, encouragement in the chat. So if it's not coming from me, for sure, it's coming from my lovely plannerettes. Here we go. Hopefully I'll get to say this now. Stefania, did I say it right the last time? Because I think I might have. So let me know. I always want to make sure I'm saying people's name correctly. I love it. Thank you so much for joining again. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, happy to be here. I love it. Anna, hello. Nice to see you. No, thank you so much for joining me. And of course, if you are new here, type in new in the chat or in the comment section, because we love new faces and new names that we get to enjoy your company. For those of you who may not know, I am Marianne. And I share my planning, my habit tracking, my self-care, and hopefully to inspire those of you who are joining me in this little journey to stop me from being too overwhelmed, too anxious, too stressed. I'm not saying that I am free of those things. However, I do use my planner as a form of self-care to ensure I'm giving myself that little bit of grace, that little bit of time off to play with planners and stickers and washi tapes. And so I hope when you are joining me here that you can get some ideas and inspiration and give yourself that compassion, that permission to slow down. It's not about getting everything done all at once. It's about getting things done that matter right now. And one of those things, the top thing, is you. You matter the most, because if you're not well, then you can't do the things that you are great at your best capacity. So I love that. Let's see who else. We've got some more people coming in. Susan, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. How are you? So nice to see you. I love it. Hello, everyone. Woo, we've got a few of us already loosened up and chatting away and typing away. Yes, you pronounced it perfectly last time as well. Sorry, I had my hands so full I couldn't respond. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, so what have we got on today? Well, I've got my planner, Filofax, personal size Malden organizer in the color ochre. So I moved into this in August. I've got my markers and everything else. So it's going to be really casual, because I am taking a nice break from planning too much, because I've just finished a Burnout SOS 7-day reset planner that's available for you guys. I'll talk more about it a little bit later on, if you would allow me and give me the space to do that. And so I thought, you know what, today, let's just plan as if I'm just hanging out here at home, which I am. It's 5 o'clock on a Monday morning, and I hope you are having a good afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are. So I do have, I think I have it in the in the description, my affiliate discount code. So I have, and this was gifted to me by Filofax when I was a Filofax ambassador, but you can get 10% off leather items, 20% off other Filofax merchandise, and then 30% off their personalization station. So do check that out. So if you see any of the things that I use and you go, I'd like to have that, take advantage of those percentages. And I think, I don't know, don't quote me on it, but even if they have a sale and then you use my code, I think you get extra discount. So just a little, who doesn't love a good discount, hey? So they've been kind enough to give me those discount code. It is only available for the UK, US, and European site though, because all other countries are, what do they call it? I don't know the words I'm trying to say, but they are distributors. There you go. See, I knew it'll pop in my head. Hello, Steph. Nice to see you. Planets assemble. Sorry I'm late. I hope everyone is doing well today. What I'm doing now is I know it's really nice to have the music and have us, a minute or so to get everybody here, but I also have to make sure that I look after those who are watching on replay. And YouTube sometimes doesn't play as nice, because if they see people clicking off a replay, then they go, oh, this video mustn't be good because people are keep clicking off. So I have removed the countdown music. However, we can still jam along in our head. Hello, Elle. Nice to see you. I hope you are well, my darling. So do check out, Elle has a YouTube station, YouTube channel with hair care, skin care, and nail care, and making sure you're looking after yourself. And I think she just dropped a recent video, so do check out her if you are wanting to know how to look after your skin and hair and nails. So do check out my friend's channel, Elle Naturally. All right, so what am I doing today? Get your act together, Marianne. I feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour. So I'm going to plan in my, oh, look at that, my cute little paper clip. Aren't these cute? These are paper clips. See, you can use them as little clips or little tabs or just nice page markers. I was playing along with those because I had them in my picture. So I am currently using my V2 Personal Planner Bundle Printable. So in it, you get pretty much, pages for the whole month. You get a blank dotted cover page that you can embellish. You've got a calendar spread. You've got a habit tracker, a mood tracker, and mood log. So this is really good. If we have time today, I'll embellish the other pages, but I really want to play with some stamps today. So that's why I'm doing my daily planner page. You've got mood log, and then there's my spare one, new one for the week. Then you have, so you get 5 weeks worth. You get hang on. Here we go. My clear divided tabs aren't in the right places. You get a well-being planner spread. So that's what it looks like when it's all after the pen. Then you get 5 weeks worth of weekly spread. Let me pop that. So that's what after the pen looks like. I started already this week's because I needed to put lots of appointments and time-specific events. Okay, so, and then of course you get the daily planner spread. So you got time blocking, columns for your important tasks, notes, and other to-dos. So really good. Where are we? I am loving this. Yes, it's a great channel, Elle Naturally's channel. I love it. So happy to see everyone today. I know you guys are up and at 'em, and I'm loving it. So thank you, and I really appreciate that you've chosen to spend an hour or so with me today. And let me know who's planning along with me, who's also got their planners out and planning as we go. Yes, love seeing you all here. I love it. Steph says, hello, Cindy. Hope you're having a great day. Yes, see, these are, when you start to join my Plannerettes community here on YouTube, you get to see familiar faces and names, and it feels like we're just, catching up for coffee while we get to plan. So isn't that fantastic? So thank you so much for keeping me company. And one of the things to help with your self-care and well-being is making sure you are connecting. So for those of you who may be new to my channel, I have 7 key areas of focus that I like to focus on, and one of them is social. Right? So it's important that we are connecting with our loved ones, with friends, with community that help lift us up. Even when we are struggling ourselves, it's more important to surround yourself with people that are encouraging, that are inspiring, and that are supportive, and that say lovely hellos and greet you in the chat. So I really appreciate it. Hello, Susan. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. So Brenda's planning with us. I love it. Excellent. All right. So let us get going. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so we can cover the whole of the screen. So what I like to do for my daily planner pages, which is a 2-page spread. So like I said, time blocking or energy blocking, I grab one of my favorite highlighters. I think I bought this way back in 2016, 2017. I mean, I think this is maybe the second round or the third round. They last quite a long time. When I first started bullet journaling in an A5 Luxton 17 dotted journal. So that's how I started and the planning in the way that I do now. I've always had diaries. I've always had, your school diary and all that stuff. But embellishing planner pages and buying, getting lovely highlighters and markers for it. 2017 was when I first dove into how making your planner pages pretty is not only a form of self-care, but it's one of the ways to help you build habits. So I've quoted James Clear many times in my shows that the 4 laws of behavior change, one of the 4 laws is make it attractive, okay? Because if things are pretty, because we get attracted to pretty things, you are more likely to use it than not, okay? So that is why we love, embellishing our planner pages, because if you're going to compare just a list of, a dotted list on, normal paper, it's not that you won't plan or you're not as effective, but for us visual people, for us visual planners, and who do enjoy stationery, making it pretty, and this, even just highlighting pages, it's a form of mindfulness. I mean, for me, I'm talking at the same time and trying to concentrate on making sure that I'm highlighting nice and straight, or as straight as possible. Okay, and so mindfulness is about the moment. So you're not worrying about the past, you're not worrying about the future and getting anxious, the what ifs, what if I don't do well, what if I'm not good enough, and all those things. So this is just really, if you're doing this along with me and you have a nice warm beverage and a nice cold drink, then it helps you be in the moment. Even picking, if you like to color coordinate your, colors with your stickers and washi tapes, then that itself, having to pick, it's like picking an outfit for the day. What colors are we going to do? Right, let's have a look. I'm planning with you? Cindy's planning with me as well, and Elle is planning as well. I love it. So what I did is I just used the sort of like so it saves me from having to think of what colors to use. I normally just go by rainbow colors. So Roy G Biv, or at least 7 where's the other one? 7 different colors. So pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, lilac, and this teal color. So they're my 7 colors that I use. And I'm training my brain that if it's a pink, normally it's things for my Monday. If it's orange, on my Tuesday. On yellow, on my Wednesday stuff. Okay, so that's the first thing I did. So I might have to take this out of my ring planner because I do have quite a few different things on here and it's not laying flat. So I'm going to take it out. And here's the thing. If you are a ring planner or new to ring planning, if you hole punch your pages and cut little slits in them, you can remove and replace your pages without opening the ring mechanism. So especially if you're maybe a lefty and then, sometimes the ring gets in the way of you trying to write, or even if I want to write here, the ring's in the way. By cutting little slits onto, see how I've got the hole punch here, and then I've cut little slits in them. So it's like how disc bound planners have those mushroom hole punch in them. This will help you be able to pop your planner pages nice and easy and take them out without having to open this. And sometimes, if you're not careful, you can shut the rings onto your finger and that is painful. Or if you do open and close the rings of your planner, sometimes it might create gaps. And of course, if there are gaps and you move them, then your planner pages might slip in them. So that's a little planner hack for you. Stefania says, I'm storing away my baby clothes. Oh, the baby clothes no longer fit them? So yes, they grow out of baby clothes really quick, the little ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, what's going on? Okay. I am going to use a little gift that I got from one of you lovely plannerettes out there. So I was given by Steph this lawn fawn. It's in the description. The link is in the description. These cute little stamps. Are they not so cute? I love them because they are just the perfect size for my planner pages. And she was kind enough to also give me little stamp blocks. So I'm going to gather some of them that I already have here. And I'm going to use, what have we got? I'm going to use date. Let's see, let me put this back so then I don't lose it. And then it's got different icons for all the different tasks and appointments that you have. Where is date? Date. So lawn fawn, and this stamp collection is plan on it. I couldn't find this particular one in the Amazon storefront, so I have just linked the direct in lawn fawn website. Let's have a look. And then for my ink, I am using these Versacraft Soromame little finger daubers ink, and they come like they're available in different sets of colors, but I've just gone for the primary colors. And then you've got the sponge, and it's great because then you can isolate where you are putting the ink. Now I'm going to see if I can do this without having a look right over. So now I am new to stamping, and when I first started stamping, I used to press really hard and thinking, oh yeah, let's press really hard so the ink, but no, you don't need to do that. As long as you can see that the ink covers all the lines or the space that you, and then it's just a nice soft touch, because the stamp, if you are new to stamping, and I'm not an expert, okay, but this is just the things you learn as you go and do it all yourself. But if because the stamp is sort of like a rubber feel, if you press too hard, then it spreads, and so you won't get the nice sharp lines of, you know, whatever the stamp imprint is. So I'm just putting date on all the pages. So let me know who uses stamps in their planning. The only thing with stamps is it's gonna get addictive buying so many different ones. I'm so grateful that for August, I gave myself a no spend no spend challenge. Although 2 days I have spent, I think on Wednesday last week, I spent $2.06. I bought a Kindle book, and then I did buy these sugar-coated cashews for $10, like a big pack too. So it's my little snack. Yeah, I haven't for first week. I won't say I've failed, but I have stopped myself from putting stationery in the checkout cart. Stefania says, well, I'm expecting our third child, but it's not a girl, so it's time to finally put those dresses away. I should really get into those Clee stamps again. Thanks for the inspiration. Yes, make sure you share. Let us know how, you know, if you do start using this, if you've got them already. Oh yeah, okay, so that's it. So that's 7 days worth of stamps. So I think it was Ronnie Cat last time had said that, you know, you should wipe away, you know, the ink. You don't want it, I know you don't want it to dry on there, because what will happen is then it'll create sort of like a smooth surface, and then the ink won't adhere to the stamp. So you want to make sure. So what I do is I just grab a Post-it note and I just try and get as much of that ink off it. So then that's that one. Let's put that aside. And then what I do as well, I forgot to go and circle. Let's have a look. And then I also hear the daily planner page. Let me just make sure for those who may want to have a look at it, I've just popped that in the chat right now, the link to this particular one. If you are a personal size planner and you want to go, and sometimes, you know, if you are stuck in a planning rut, sometimes having different, I've done it so many times, and I purchased from different planner accounts that sell printables, you know, like Peanuts Planner Co., Planning with B, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And so, because if we do the same things over and over again, we can get, you know, too used to it. And Monday, Tuesday, green, Thursday, and then it becomes a little bit boring. That's why you'll see me change planners on a regular basis. Now, of course, you know, not everyone is in a position to be able to change planner size every time they get bored with something. But an easy way to change up your, you know, your planning system is changing planner printable. Okay, so that's just really one of the ways to ensure that you are a lot more effective and efficient when it comes to planning, especially if you find yourself stuck in a rut or you're not opening your planner pages anymore. And even things like changing ink, you know, the 11th of the 8th, changing ink color of your when you're writing. I also like to change my penmanship. Yes, I do. Sometimes I'll write big, sometimes I'll write small, sometimes I will write straight up and down, or I will write, you know, on a slant. Do whatever feels good for you, and it's, you know, it fits in with the way your brain works. Change it up. So the pen I'm using for today, and you saw me, I put I think I put 16th of June. So I am using, this is the Pilot Friction erasable pen. These barrels are the limited edition, so I do have that in the link below under Amazon storefront. Fade pens, highlighters and markers, and it's really good because then if you make a mistake, you don't have to worry about using correction tape or putting stickers over it. And I'm one of these, I'm a recovering perfectionist, and even though I tell you to don't sweat the small stuff, let it go, but then I'll be the one who'd be like, oh, I don't like it, the stickers aren't straight. Look at that. That looks already so cute in a nice rainbow color. And then we will go on to this section. So this again, our lawn fawn has, I think I'm going to do the to do. Where is the to do? To do. All right, let's check the comments. Yes, congrats. That's right. Congrats. I'm loving it. Yes. Send lots of love and blessings to you and your family. See what I mean? How lovely my beautiful plannerets are. And it feels like, we've known each other for years and years and years. But a lot of times I think like Steph, who's been here with me probably a couple of years, Steph, but I feel like I've known her since like high school. It's just when you find a group of people that you connect with, and for us, we are connected through planning. Hang on a second. We are connected through the love of planning and stationery. But when you find kindred spirits, it is amazing how much they can bring you joy and how much they can lift you when you are struggling. So, for those of us who are past their 30s and 40s, what happens with our group of friends from either high school or, from your, if you change different work environments, they either move away or your good friends go to different state or they've got their own little lives, and sometimes it's hard to get together. So finding other community is a wonderful thing to ensure your connection, part of your well-being, your socializing, because we're not supposed to be isolated. Humans are supposed to be part of a community because that helps us survive. Okay, because our brains is still very prehistoric, as in caveman. You want to make sure you're part of a tribe because better for food, better for socializing, and better for connection. And if you have a team around you, you don't have to fend for yourself on your own. So you'll see the well wishes that you're going to get. And if you are sometimes maybe having a little bit of a difficult time, the plannerets will also make sure that they'll keep you in their thoughts, and help lift you up with kind words. So, if my space here on YouTube is that, I am so grateful that I have been able to create the space. A lot of times it's for selfish reasons because I want my community, because I get down on myself and I get sad and I get frustrated and I get lonely, and so having people that even if it's just reading words, and we see each the tiny little avatar icons, but seeing your names, seeing who's here, seeing who pops up, it's just like yesterday, I was feeling really tired, but when I joined, we have a weekly catch-up in the Plannerets Inner Circle, so it's the membership I'll be opening soon. I keep saying opening soon. I have to get out of my own head that, I have to have everything perfect before I launch it to the public. But, I was feeling tired, but as soon as I saw familiar names and familiar faces, I was just like, this is why we do it. This is why we get together. I love it. Let's have a look. What else is going on? Yes, thanks so much, Steph. I appreciate it. Yay, I love this group. Yes, and we love you too, Elle. We've been together for a cool minute. Love this group as well, meeting all sorts of new friends and getting inspirations. Strangers are just friends we haven't met yet. That is right. I love it. I love it. Excellent. Okay. And then the other thing that I like to put as well, so I've got my date, my to-do, and then notes. The great thing for me with this daily spread is I am using, different columns and different sections, even though I do fill it in as quite a lot. But what I'm learning is I am creating boundaries for myself. I'm creating that, look, if tomorrow I plan a lot of things, I'm also going to be able to let myself know that if I am not feeling as well, whether it's emotionally, physically, or mentally, I am going to tell myself that, look, if you only do 1, 2, or 3 things that you have planned to be a top priority, which is things that matter most to you in the moment, then that is good. Or, sometimes I don't even open my planner because I have decided I'm going to take a rest today. That is okay too. It's important that you are not being governed by your planner, right? You're the one in charge here. So don't feel like, oh, because I have a planner or these planner pages and it tells me I've got to fill in all these things and it's got little boxes to fill in, the tasks and to-dos. Doesn't mean you have to go and follow it. You make the rules and you shouldn't be made feel guilty if you don't get to do everything that you write down. Okay, we are planning and being intentional, but then we are what we can't plan for is our energy level or our emotional state. Tomorrow I could be all happy right now, and then I'll get an email or something someone says, and then it might get me down. But then what my planner helps with, hang on a second, this is your prompt to have a drink of water. Oh, that's good. Nice cold glass of water. What was I saying? About planning, okay? So be intentional, but when you are in the moment, your plan is there to guide you if you are unsure what to do next, because maybe you're feeling stressed, anxious, or burnt out. Or I always liken it to the little lights at the theater, the movie theater. When the movie starts, they turn off all the lights, it's very dark, and if you go into the movies late, you have these tiny little lights on the floor of the aisle that will help you lead you to your seat. Have a think of your planner pages as that. For when things aren't going as planned, it's your little guide. It's like, okay, out of the things that's on my planner page today, what's one thing I can do? Because past me was kind enough to go get outside, have a glass of water, call a friend. That's what planning is all about. It's just putting a contingency plan if that things don't go as originally planned. There's bits and pieces, you planted seeds for your future self to go, look, this is important. You need to have your meals, you need to have your breaks and all that stuff, okay? So really important. So that's my embellishments. Oh, the other thing, I'm going to go pop and grab it. The other thing that I have been using as well is these cute little washi tape stickers, washi or masking. I keep calling it washi, masking tape, masking stickers. So they are nice. These ones I think have 50 in each tiny little booklet, and then they come in these different colorways. So cute little photos, different stock photos that are grouped in these different colors. They're the perfect size for the width of my planner pages, and I think they'll be perfect size for a lot of, you know, planner pages that's available. And then it's just a nice way, again, to go and embellish. So then what I like to do, based on my colorways, so there's the pink, and I just go and pick, you know, oh, that's pretty. And then I just go and stick this. So then let me show you what my last week's spread looks like, so you can see how pretty it makes the pages look. So let's have a look. Okay. Oh, see, it makes me happy flipping through my planner pages. So, oh, actually that was the previous week. Let's go to last week's. Okay. So that was last week's weekly. Look, the pink, and then I put washi, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then hints of that teal. And the great thing as well, by putting stickers or washi tapes, is if you know you don't use up all the space in your whatever spread that you use, make sure, let's have a look, maybe put it here. If you don't use all the space, and you're one of these that don't like empty spaces, that's normally me, the great thing with having these tiny stickers is it takes up space, which means also you don't fill it up with all tasks and to-dos. It helps, actually, it's a visual and physical thing that helps you create breathing space in your planner pages. Okay, because you have to allow for breathing space, because don't fill up your planner pages with all the things you have to do, and, you know, just because it's like there's pages and pages of things on there. No, because we know what happens. Things are going to pop up that's not planned, and then if you have, you know, to do lots of these things there, when something comes up, then you're going to get overwhelmed, because, oh, I have to do this, and I have to do that, and I've got to do this. Physical stickers, washi tapes, right? Washi tapes will actually be physical pieces that create that breathing space. I want to see what's happening tomorrow. No, I've got something for 12 o'clock there, so I might put it here, because what I'm doing is I want the sticker to be on different spots on my page. So then when I'm flicking through, composition, you know, the composition of where the stickers and where my my written text are all different. Because sometimes if this is for me, again, you have to plan the way your brain works. Sometimes if it's too matchy, you know, it's always at the same place. And then if I can't do the same for the next page, then my brain will short circuit, because it's like, you know, like five days worth, we're all in the same spot, and now the 6-day one. So I know my limitation with how much I can tolerate with things like that. All right, so this one, let me show you. I do have the link for the washi, the masking stickers. So there's the Amazon one, which is exactly the ones I've got here. I think there's 9 of these. 9 there, and I pop them in this little, I bought this from Daiso. It's actually a washi tape holder, but then they're the perfect size for these little, oh, you can see I use yellow a lot, right? 50 little stickers in each of these, and they're only quite cheap. So, you know, if you are on a no spend, maybe you can wait until next month. Oh, that's a pretty one. That's a nice one. Has anyone got these from last time? Let me know in the chat. Let's have a look. Where did I put this one? This one I might put, do I have anything on Wednesday? I've got something on in the morning. So let's have a look. Maybe in the middle. Maybe in the middle this time. Because the width of this column is actually narrower than this one. So then I'm going to have it all in here. But yeah, let me know if any of you have purchased or have seen these type of masking stickers in the past. So, and then they are quite a little bit like lots of masking tape. So then they're a little bit see-through or like washi, you know, because washi I think in Japanese means paper. So paper tape. So someone correct me if I am wrong. And then what I like to do is just peel a corner of the backing. So then if I don't place it correctly, see how I've just peeled the backing of it, then I don't have to unstick. So there, okay. So there's another one, yellow. So yeah, and I bought this a while back and I hadn't used it. And so I went, hey, this is a perfect time to do it. Hello, Mashup. Mashup, nice to see you. Are you new here? This is the first time I've seen your name. Yay! Welcome, welcome. I love this, Marianne. You're so right with everything I need to put in self-care days with my planner, and you have the best ideas too. Please carry on. I love the format. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Yeah, and a lot of times the little things like this pop up as I go along. You know, it's like, you know what? I have those washi stickers and washi tapes and masking stickers that I haven't used up. Or I might, what's that one? What's that one? Oh, some washing. Oh, I like that one. Look, how pretty is that? And then, of course, if you also do scrapbooking or memory keeping, these are fantastic. Or journaling. You know, if you have, you write down in a journal, this will be really good as well. Just little cute corner embellishments, and you have your beautiful penmanship. These are just nice, subtle ways. See how you can still see, whoops, too bright when I put it closer to the lights. See how you can still see the lines through it? Oh, that's pretty. I love that. All right, put that one aside. What's next? What's next? What's going? Welcome, Mashup. Yes, let us know what your first name is. And then that way, unless, you know, you don't have to, but, you know, we'd love to know you as your whatever name you'd like to be called. So happy to have you here. Yes, welcome. See what I mean? I have my rah-rah team with me, and I love them so much and appreciate them. All right, so the next one is blue. Oh, the blue ocean looks nice. What else is there? Wait, that teal, I'm going to get that because that will go nicely for the last page. Oh, that's also going to be nice for the teal next time. Aren't these pretty? See, this is sort of like the first time I really looked at all the different. I think I like that one. That'll be nice with the blue there. Because I'm here in Sydney, Australia, it is winter, but where I live, it doesn't snow. So when it's winter time, I have no real connection to, like, you know, snow-capped themes because it doesn't snow, and you know, I don't wear. It's not that cold to wear, you know, mittens or lots of layers of scarves and beanies. I mean, I still wear beanies and scarves when it does get too cold. So that's why you will see, you won't find me doing seasonal themes. Maybe events like maybe Easter, Halloween, Christmas, even Christmas for us here is summer. So look, I just opened it to that one. That looks nice. I'm going to grab that one. Even summer, our Christmas is hot. So, you know, the hot cocos, but sometimes I still do. You know, I for Christmas, I'm easy. I'm easy with the seasonal rules, you know, the weather rules. So let me just, I like to line things up nice and straight, a parallel to my, the lines of my columns. So even if that might be slightly a little bit, you know, not fully parallel, it's going to drive me nuts. Yes, I know. I'm one of these that I've been telling you, you know, don't sweat the small stuff. Sunday, I have, I have, I might put it there because I have a late start on Sunday, so I don't need the top of that. Now I am doing some online courses that are, you know, run by either US coaches or UK coaches. So, you know, the times that the online workshops are on will be way in the morning. So that's why I need that 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock space. So that's good there. All right, there we go. So that's what have we done so far? We've added highlighters to make the, you know, if you have headings or little columns and rows, you can highlight it with your highlighter. Use the tip of your, for those just in case, because I always say, because there's always some, sometimes not everybody knows, zebra mild liners are double-sided markers or highlighters. So you've got one end is a fine tip end, because you won't necessarily know if you're new to the planning world that is a cap. And so you've got fine tip, and then you've got the chiseled end to help you highlight. So I like to use the chiseled end to highlight a wider space, and then of course the fine tip to create my circles and my headings. Okay, then I use stamps. So then there's another great way to embellish your planner pages. And the great thing with stamp is once you have them, you just got to either grab, you know, more ink for your ink pads, and then they're forever. You have them forever. And then of course you can use stickers, or you can also use, let's have a look. Let me see. Just let's use the blue. Where's my blue? Look at that. That's looking pretty. Right, you can use your washi tapes as well. Again, these are physical things you can put in your planner to be able to create that breathing room. Because if you're like me, in the past, I used to always go, oh, I've got to fill in. There's more space to add more stuff to do. Okay, and then I'm going to use, this is the Hobonichi basic stencil, and one end is a jagged, so that helps you cut off your washi tapes, and nice, gives you a nice little jagged edge. Okay, so you can use that as well as a spacer. So if you can think of stickers and washi tapes are not just embellishments, they are also a great form of creating space. So then you don't fill up with lots and lots of things to do. And then there we go. There's the Saturday and Sunday. Okay. What's next? Who was it? Mashup. Mashup said about self-care and being intentional. Let me just put this aside on my little markers holders, because what I want to do is let's write in. I think I finished with the stamps. Let's put pack as you go, clean up as you go, and then I keep my my stamps, because they have these clear cover, and to keep them safe. And then in my personal Malden, I have an ollie clip, Filofax ollie clip there, and that I just clip onto one of the pockets. And then because that magnet is quite strong, that'll keep it in place. So then I just have it handy, and I'm not like looking for it. One of the things you want to do when you are planning is to make sure that these things are close hand, close. They're not in a drawer. that you're having to take it in and out of cupboards and shelves, that you want it to be accessible. Because one of the laws of behavior change to make it a habit more effective, according to James Clear's book, is to make it obvious. Yeah, make it obvious. Have it where you can see it. If your planner is way over there on the bottom drawer of your bedside table, you're not going to use it. Okay, so that is why also planner size is important, because if you don't have a lot of desk space, because sometimes A5 planners require quite a bit of desk space. So these are the things you need to think about when you are creating your own planning system. So if you have an A5 and then you're constantly putting it away because you need to clear the desk, you might have to go and figure out maybe that size is not effective for the way I'm planning at the moment. You know, if you only have a little desk space or you don't have a dedicated space on your kitchen counter, maybe having a small one might be useful. All right, so what was I going to do? I remember now. Okay, so of course we know appointments, we know when bills need to get paid, we know when we got to go and bring the kids to whatever event they're on. And you know what we don't plan for enough of the times is our self-care, is our time for ourselves. So I created, for those of you new here, I created a, what I call the Calm and Clear Starter Kit. So it's a printable that you can get for free. Yes, for free. In it, you'll have a self-care bingo card, a habit tracker, a brain dump guide, a brain dump trigger list, and then a brain dump grid page. Okay, so for today, I'm going to use my self-care bingo card to help me figure out the type of breaks and self-care that I need or would like to do for the week. So it's all well and good that we all know, yes, put on your oxygen mask on first. You know, you can't pour from an empty cup. But when you're in the midst of overwhelm and stress and anxiety, what happens is, I'm so tired, I've got so much to do, I know I need to rest, but if I rest, I'm going to fall behind, or I'm going to feel bad, I'm going to feel guilty. So what do? You keep on going. You keep trying to go through the list and thinking that being productive and being busy is helpful, when in actual fact it can cause burnout. So not all the time that I do the things that I say I want to do, but if it's front of mind, you're more likely to do it. So the self-care bingo card has 25 different self-care ideas that you can do. You can pick different ones for different days, or you can, to create effective habit, do one of them the same for the next 7 days. Okay, so if you know that you don't even take time to just stop and breathe, maybe you can take 1 minute deep breathing Monday, take 1 minute deep breathing Tuesday. Do it the same one for each and every day. If you want to spice things up a little bit and change it up, then pick different ones. And then if you are new to self-care and actually putting yourself on top of the list, maybe do 3 for the week, or 3 to 5. That way you are training yourself to be mindful that you are important, that if you don't rest, all right, if you don't take a break, if you don't drink your water, if you don't add movement to your day, you are going to break. Break physically, where you might get ill. Break mentally, your brain's not ticking properly and you can't make up your mind whether to have this or that. Or emotionally get quite sad and have those self-doubts and limiting beliefs. So plan it. Let's go have a look. Today's Monday already here in Sydney. So let me see what I can do. You know what? I'm going to go and read a new book. I just got, I want a book. And so I'm going to read maybe for 5 minutes, right? Not even a chapter. On here it says read a chapter of a book. But I don't know how long a chapter is. So maybe what I'll do is put my timer on. Oh, actually, I've swapped. Hi, Irene. Nice to see you. Nah, Budgeting Mama's in the house. Thank you so much for joining. I've actually swapped. I normally have my watch on my left hand, even though I'm right-handed. Here's a quick story. I am right-handed, and I think when you're right-handed, you have your watch on your right wrist, traditionally or typically, not all the time. Because you're right-handed and you look at it that way. But because my mum is left-handed, and when you're little, you copy what your mum does, she had her watch on her left hand. And so I've always had my watch on my left wrist. But I created these cute alphabet beaded bracelet as part of our Planneret's Inner Circle the creative Zoom meeting for this last week. With this actually on, and because I write, it was pressing on my wrist, because you got these tiny little beads pressing on the wrist, and I wanted to wear it, and I went, you know what, I'm going to swap. So I've swapped. I'm going to see if I'm looking at the time and using muscle memory on this. But so I've swapped. So these I created with my Plannerettes. I love it. Yes, hope you are doing well. I love it. Thank you, everybody, for welcoming Irene to the chat today. All right, so I'm going to read a book for 5 minutes. And here's another great way. If you use highlighter and make a nice bigger heading or bigger task or to do, once again, it takes up space, which means it gives you that little bit of breathing room. My watch is on my left hand. You were not allowed. Oh, there you go. There. So yeah. So but yeah. So I've always, because people go, why isn't you're right-handed? I nowadays it doesn't really matter, right? But Mum had it on her left hand, and so I would copy when when you pretend you draw a watch on your wrist when you were little. I used to always have it on my left. All right, so what I'm going to do is, because today is a busy day for me, I'm live streaming, and I have to go and review the replay after, make sure I have the description, all things. I'm going to have breakfast, and I've got lunch, and I've got to plan for the week or do all that stuff. I need to make sure I stop and take a moment for myself. And today's self-care that I'm going to do from my self-care bingo card is, let me pop that self-care and that starter kit in the chat right now. So if you haven't yet downloaded your free, it is free. Yes, sirree. What's I going to say? Read a book. So read for 5 minutes. See how I have now taken up 6 lines of my planner page. I've made it nice and bold because it is a self-care, which means it's important. It's signaling to my brain that, oi, Marianne, you are important. You can't go all the time thinking you're Superwoman, that just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you have the time to do maybe 10 million things, you're not supposed to. We are not built to do lots of things all at the same time. Just like, those Formula One cars, what I'm doing here is I'm just outlining my heading with a nice thin 0.38 Muji gel pen, because look, it makes a big difference. It makes it pop on the page, right? So what was I saying? Formula One cars, or those that do lap racing, they have what's called pit stops. Why? Because if you don't change your tires, you might blow out a tire. If you don't fill in the gas tank, you will run out of gas and you won't be able to finish the race. If you don't check the engine, the oil or water in your car, then it's not going to work properly. We know about that for our vehicles, right? We got to have the regular checkups, check the air, kick the tires to make sure that the tires aren't flat, make sure that there's gas or petrol in the tank. make sure the water. So then, whatever, I don't own a car, and so I don't know. I'm not used to all the regular checks, but I do know you got to check the oil. That was one of the first things my dad told me when I got my license. Is all right, Lish, I'll show you how to change the tires. I'll show you how to check the oil. I'll show you how to make sure there's water, and these are the things that will, flash in on the dashboard. And so we know we'd have to do that for cars, because if we don't do it, what happens? It'll break down. We know if our phone runs out of charge, we plug it in, we leave it wherever, because majority of the time, the charger is by the wall, by the power socket, so we leave it there. We charge our phone. When our computer, you have 20,000 tabs open, and then that whirling, little thing in the middle, and then you hear the fan starting to get louder, right? And everything's, it's overheating, and if you don't turn it off right now and let it rest and let it cool down, it's going to shut down, right? And then if that happens and you're in the middle of typing something, you will lose your data. Because I don't know about you, I don't save as I go. I mean, there's auto saves nowadays, but we know how to take care of our devices and our machines and our cars. We know to look after it by maintaining it, giving it a rest, turning it off, wait 60 seconds, turn it back on. But how come when it comes to our well-being, our self-care, we go, yeah, I'll do it when I've finished my task. Or yeah, I feel guilty taking a break. I feel guilty. I'll fall behind. Okay, so aren't we all superwomen? Oh, Linda Carter. Yeah, Linda Carter superwoman version, right? Heck yes, we are. But even Linda Carter is not dressed up as superwoman all the time. Or, is it Linda Carter? What's her name? Diane. Was it Diane? All right. She has to rest. She's not always on. So really important that you are being intentional with your break. And self-care, like I know self-care, that term has been, is or can seem woo-woo, or it seems like it's always face mask, mani-pedis, and spa bath, and candlelight, and, bath salts. It can be as simple as 1 minute deep breathing, drinking a full glass of water, going to a coffee shop alone. Let's see, Tuesday. What's happening Tuesday? You know what? I have a doctor's appointment or an eye test. An eye test on, when is it? I know I have an eye test on Friday. So what I'm going to do, that coffee shop thing, go to a coffee shop on my own, I'm going to do that on the Friday. And then what I do is then I just color coordinate my, go to a cafe. Okay, and then I like to put these cute little exclamation, right? So that's two self-care. What's another self-care? So read for 5 minutes, maybe here I might want to do, so another idea you can put is, where is it? Something about, even doing laundry slowly and mindfully, that could be self-care, because cleaning, because it's has a specific start and finish, and you see the transformation from, laundry that's in the basket to folded laundry is a great reset for our brain, and it's a great signal to our brain, because our brain is always looking for order. Because if it thinks there's chaos, there's mess, things are disorganized, the brain goes, why are things not where it's supposed to be? It starts to then go, there must be threat, there's danger, because things, how when you, we've had the misfortune of having the house broken into when we were little, and so when I came back from school, my brother and I, and then we saw that the dish rack wasn't sitting on the kitchen counter where it normally is, right? My brain just went, why is that dish rack not where it's supposed to be? And then straight away, my fight, flight, or my amygdala got like, it's like, and I called my brother and I went, quick, let's get out of here. Because then that's when I saw the broken window glass. And then we went to our neighbor's house and then we called, they called the police for us. Our brain is there to help protect us if there's any threat. But sometimes it doesn't know real threat versus a messy laundry. So doing laundry is a great form of reset to help your mind, your brain go, things are in order. Things are not chaotic. Things are supposed to be where they are. All right. So if you ever find that, you know what, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and then you see some laundry that's on the dining table or hung over the chair or hung over your exercise bike, just fold it away, and then that is a form of self-care. Yes, it is. It is a form of self-care. So what was I saying going to do here? I'm going to do my color by numbers. I'm going to do my colors by numbers book. So I'm going to do that for 30 minutes. So I have a coloring book that has the numbers, just like paint by numbers. So that's a nice little creative self-care. So I've got read the book for 5 minutes. So that's good for my mental well-being. I've skipped Tuesday because I know Tuesday normally, which is tomorrow, I like to have a bit of a rest, so I don't put too much on my plate because I get so high from, hanging out with you, all of you, and then on Tuesday it's like, oh, where's everybody? And then sometimes I know, see, this is my pattern. I know that sometimes I can get down or sad. And so it's like, you know what? I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself on Tuesday and only do the bare minimum. Wednesday, I'm going to color by numbers. So Thursday, we'll leave that. So Friday, I've got go to a cafe. Maybe Saturday. What can I do on Saturday? Might do my nails. Because I'm giving my nails a break because I tried a new nail thing where you glue just the tips, and it wasn't good for my nails. Probably because I pulled it before, and then so ripped my nail bed. And I don't like it, and they're also short now. So I'm giving it a rest. What did I say for Saturday? I forgot. Saturday. Oh, yes, Manny. Do nails. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll just go and, I'll go and outline just like this. So then it pops on the page. Right. So what have we done so far? We've done highlighting, add pop of color. I've done stamps, so that's another great mindfulness way to embellish your planner page. I have put stickers and washi tapes. There are physical symbols of creating space or breathing room on your planner page, so you do not put too much things on your list. I know some of you have lots of things to do, and I know they're all important, they're all urgent, but you just know you don't have that much time in the day to do thousands of things because you have to go and plan for your self-care, have to plan for your breaks, and you have to leave space for things that pop up. All right, so then the other thing is, what I'm going to do is then go look at my calendar, migrate all the things, the known events and the known bills onto my pages, so then I'm not surprised when things, money gets taken out, direct debited out of the account. But just for Monday, I'm going to show you, I'm going to plan 3 top priorities. And those top priorities, for those of you that are new here, they are, where did I put that? Can't remember where. Ah, yes. They are, I call it my gentle planning. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. I was going, where is it in my planner? Here it is, gentle planning. So if you ever stuck figuring out what top priorities to put for yourself. Oops, here we go. These are 3 things you can plan. You can plan 1, 2, 3, or you can plan 1 or 2 or 3 of them, right? Just depending on your capacity and your energy. So you can think of one must do. What's one thing I absolutely need to do today? A lot of those are time sensitive or day sensitive tasks. You might have to reply to an email. You might have to finish up a report. Or you can do what's a recharge moment. What's one thing I can recharge my energy today? Going for a walk, having a nice cup of coffee without the phone, calling a friend, okay? Things that will recharge you. Or the other thing is one win. What's one small win I can complete for a small sense of progress? Maybe putting the socks and undies away, or maybe fixing that bottom drawer in the kitchen. Whatever it is, that will give you that sense of victory. So you can plan 1, 2, or 3 of these. And then what I like to do on my planner page is I'm going to write them down, okay? So one must do today. I think today, let's have a look. What's on today? Today, what's one must do? I've got to go and, oh, yes. The Burnout SOS 7-day reset plan is I got to close off the pre-order. Close off pre-order. Whoops. Okay, so that's a must do. Pre-order. Okay, and then a recharge moment. I'm going to get outside. And one of my bracelets that I created is get outside. See? Because I know how important it is for, first of all, I need to get my vitamin D levels up. And for my well-being, I need to get myself outside because it does help me regulate my mood by getting some fresh air, getting off my desk because I'm here all the time, planning, I'm videotaping. Getting outside is a recharge moment, and movement as well as my emotional well-being. It helps regulate my mood, and then I don't get cranky and, scream at my kids and scream at my husband for no reason. So get outside. And then a small win is, what's a small win? Tidy the basket. I have a basket that I just chuck my scarves and my beanies, and it's got mess in there. Tidy basket next to bedside table. Okay, so those are my top 3 priorities: a one must do, a one recharge moment, and a one win. I will link the how to make this do. This is I made this myself. This is a cut off of a laminated sheet, and then I've got my sticky note flags, and I used my label maker, and then I cut it to the size of a credit card so it fits in my planner. It's a nice little reminder for when I go, what am I supposed to do today again? What are the top 3 priorities? Now, if I don't get to do all of them, that's fine. If I only get to do one of them, the day is still a win. But here's what I talked about earlier, where you create boundaries for yourself. What I like to do with my top 3 priorities is I like to create a border, because then it highlights for me and it signals to my brain that, hey, if you're having a little bit of a time where you feel like you're not managing today, you're emotionally maybe a little bit distraught, or physically you're tired and you can't manage anymore. If you can do 1, 2, or 3 of these things, what's happening? Good to see you. Yep. If you can only manage 1, 2, or all 3 of these things, the day is a win. Because for a lot of us, I know for me, and a lot of you have told me, you will look at your task or to-do list or your planner right now and go, you've done 8 things, but then you didn't do 2 things. but you'll be so hard on yourself because you didn't complete everything. Yet you did 8 things out of the 10 or 3 things out of the 5. So now you've got to train your brain that if I can only do 1, 2, or 3 of the top priorities that I have set for myself for today, it is a win. And even if you don't, you still a win because you go, you know why? I rested. Maybe I wasn't capable of opening up my planner today. Okay, so I do that because what will happen is for me is I will have, okay, as you can see, there's my top priority for Monday. And then throughout the day, I might have listed some other things to do. Now, if I don't get to do all these things, it's still fine. So by creating a border or highlighting your top priorities, it can signal to yourself that, okay, I know I have a lot of things that I have written myself, but you know what? If I didn't get to do, that's okay because I got myself outside. And that was one of my top priorities. It's a win. It'll take time for you to do this because we are so trained, right, that a win is getting everything done. A successful day, a successful plan is getting close to 100%. Our life is not always rosy. It's not always happy. There's struggles, there's challenges, there's fights, there's things break. So why are we being so hard on ourselves that we have to get everything that we said we wanted to do today? If we now start training and giving ourselves grace and compassion to go, let's just get one of these things done today because Marianne, you're feeling a little bit sad and it's okay to be sitting on the couch for a little bit, sit with the feelings and then go, all right, let's go have a look at our planner. What does it say we should do today? Well, it's supposed to get outside. Well, have you done that? No, not yet. No, I don't want to. All right, well, what else? Oh, it says tidy the basket, okay? Give yourself a little bit of grace that if you can't do everything, that's okay because then you'll rest. Rest is as important as your to-do list because it'll help you bounce back a lot better the next day. Yes, Irene's been missing everyone because she's had a busy August. Yes, okay. So then what I'm going to do off camera is all the things that I have in my calendar. I'm going to migrate into my daily pages. I also, as part of the Plannerettes membership, we do a weekly brain dump. So we did a brain dump yesterday, and from the brain dump, I was able to establish the tasks and to-dos that I want to do for the week. So then I'm just going to go through the list here, right? So all my Mondays, I'm going to have a look. What things did I say I would like to do, not have to do, that I would like to look at or review or look into for Monday? And then I will pop that on my page. Because you know what I do for the things that I don't get to do on that day? Is then I just look. It's like, okay, what didn't I get done? Where is it? I'll show you. Okay, so as you can see here, check Sunday's incomplete tasks. And then I just put a little, what do you call this? A little sticky flag. And then I just put that there. And then if I have the capacity to do more because I've rested, then I will look at Sunday and go, okay, what out of those things didn't I do that I can now fit into today? So that's all the planning is. Planning is having a look, what you'd like to look into or review, but also giving yourself a little bit of grace, being that if you can only do the bare minimum, that it is still a win. All right, how are we feeling? Does anybody have any questions? Now, of course, if you are liking this live stream, you know what I love. I love those clicks so that you do, and for those thumbs up. It tells me that, I'm sharing good value with you. So, and then of course, if you have planner friends that also like to plan along and enjoy washi tapes and stickers, make sure to share it. And of course, and you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. So then that way you'll get notified of when I go live, as well as new podcast or new emails. Right. So for a lot of you that comment on my videos, especially when because I go through quite a bit of overwhelm myself. One of my sons, the younger one, is on the autism spectrum, and sometimes it can be difficult trying to, he's not difficult. It's me managing my emotions. Am I good enough? Am I doing enough? And then I try and do the best I can, and then push myself to the limit. That's why I do the things that I do, is because I'm learning to better look after myself, because I have had that breakdown a couple of years ago, and I don't want to see myself in that position where I didn't look after myself. I was caring for, and trying to be a good mom, trying to be a good wife, trying to do everything that I didn't look after myself. And what happened? I broke, mentally and physically and emotionally. So that's why I use my planning as a way to make sure that I am saying to myself, I am important. I matter, and I can do a better job, whether I'm caring, a mother, I work, I'm a friend, if I have looked after myself. But when we're in the moment of overwhelm, what happens is we're in a survival mode. We can no longer think to go and look at, we know we need to rest, but our brain just goes, no, we got to go and keep working, because if we don't work, people at work are not going to say we do a good job. We might lose our job. There's the threat. Okay, the threat, right? It might not be real threat, but our brain thinks that it is real, and so we got to keep working, because what will our workmates say? Well, this and that and this and that, and so you overwhelm yourself. You keep working. You don't stop. But what you need is sometimes just a gentle reminder that you are doing enough, that you have to look after yourself, and that's why I actually created the Burnout SOS. So it's one I've just I think, let's have a look. The pre-order price of $10, it's US dollars, is just available for the next 1 hour and 38 minutes. If you are on my newsletter, you would have received an email over the weekend, but I'm going to increase the price after this, because then I think the value of it is much more than that, because you get 22 pages of printable that you can print. And then there are gentle reminders, because sometimes you guys have told me when I do podcasts or, I upload a new video to remind you that you matter, you are enough, you don't have to be 100% on all of the time. A lot of you guys, this is what I needed today. And then it clicked to me. That's what I need as well, is that gentle reminder that you don't have to do everything today. Let's just make sure we're looking after ourselves. So the Burnout, let's see, make sure, the Burnout SOS, $10, right? And then it'll go up after that. My launch price will be $19. So you'll get an email daily, and it's just short emails with, if you enjoy me, if you don't enjoy me and what I say, then you might get annoyed, all right? But if you enjoy that little encouragement, that it's, I think, a minute long videos, right? It's just that someone resetting or clicking that switch to go, hey, you're doing a great job. You're doing well. But don't try and do everything right now. You're in a vulnerable state. Okay, so yeah, it's available. You'll get the printable download, you'll get email videos, and then you can print this over and over again afterwards. So it's available there. Let me quickly have a look. Oh, thank you, Steph. So proud of you creating this, Marianne. Oh, appreciate that so much. Let's quickly have a look. Marianne, I've been wanting to mention that I appreciate whenever you mention your experience parenting your son on the spectrum, being a mom of a girl who's on the spectrum as well myself. It's difficult, right? I mean, everyone, of course, I know everyone has difficult situations, and none is more than someone else's because we all live different lifestyles, we all have different, but there's not enough of us showing the vulnerability that, hey, I'm suffering. We try and push through because we see everybody else that's around us, you know, doing it all, trying to juggle, and for a long time there, women are great multitasking. We're not supposed to be multitaskers. We're supposed to focus on one thing at a time. It's like, dating. You're not supposed to be, or having a relationship. That's why when you're dating, you focus on one person. So then you cultivate that, you nurture it to find yourself, if that's, of course, the way what you would like, right? A partner. And so it's really important that we also share the struggles and the vulnerability, because then you feel that you're not alone. And that's what a lot of you say to me, that I thought I was the only one going through it. I mean, of course, but when you're in the midst of overwhelm, you're burnt out, you're stuck, your brain actually, the decision-making part, it switches off, because all it's trying to do is survive. Whether surviving means I've got to do all my tasks for work, because there could be a threat that someone might say something at work. Someone may say that, see, I told you she wasn't a good worker, or, right? There's these perceived threats, or we might lose our job, or that, we can't do this or that, because someone might go, I can't believe Marianne started a YouTube channel, those things. So we stop ourselves, and we can't think. So the Burnout SOS printable, as well as little guided videos, that's available right now at $10 for only the next hour and 34 minutes. So I've got the link there in the description. Thank you so much, Stefania, for saying that, me sharing my own experience helps you as well. And no, I've cried my eyes out so many times thinking, like, what have I done wrong? What did I do in my past that got me to this position? But we can't worry about the things we cannot control. We can only control the things right now. We can control our how we react to things, or how we respond. We can control taking care of ourselves, being kind to ourselves, giving ourselves permission to slow down when we need to. We don't always have to be at 100%. We're not. We're not. I'm not. I might be on the camera like this, going, hi, everybody, right? But then half an hour later, my brain will go, something will trigger me and go, you're not good enough, why would you even think this? Why would you even think that? But that's because I have done that for 20, 30 years. I just have to start reframing, and it's a habit. That's why planning is a guide for me to go, what do I need to do when I'm not able to do it on my own? And then if you can't do it on your own, let me be in your inbox for the next 7 days, and I will let you know how good you are, how that you are doing enough, that you are doing your best. And if the only thing you can do today is have a shower or brush your teeth, that is enough. Okay, so, but yeah, so the Burnout SOS, thank you for allowing me to, let you know about that, because I'd hate for you to miss it. Because I know I've like gone, yeah, I don't need it. And then when I need it, it's like, double the price. So $10 pre-order right now. It's actually ready to go, because the pre-order price was, I was making it along the way. But it's ready to go. Emails are all done, ready for you to print, everything else. And then, of course, if I see anything that I need to tweak. But yeah, so those in the Plannerettes Inner Circle founding members, it is also available for you right now in your learning tab. So speaking of Plannerettes Inner Circle, I do have a wait list in the description. If you want to join, our group when I open it up to the public, it's, a lot of these people you see in the chat are in there, and we do this on a more regular basis. Once a week we catch up, make fun, beaded bracelet, have brain dump session, and just discuss and just have a community that understands us and our planning, and stationary love, and no judgment. Okay, so now let me know if you have any other questions. I think that is it for me. If there is, actually, I did have something here. What did I have? I think I had something. Burnout SOS. Okay, yes. And then if your planning system is not working for you right now, maybe you haven't opened up your planner, watch this video. You're not failing. It's your plan is. That's probably because you're planning way too much. All right. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Elle. Happy to see everyone today. And I will see you all in the comment section. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you let me know. How are you going? And make sure to look after yourself. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.